Alan the Alien. Alan the Alien is a genetically enhanced Unipan, one of the last survivors of his species. After an alien invasion nearly wiped out his people, the coalition of planets genetically modified him to become the ultimate warrior. Tasked with evaluating planetary champions, Alan mistakenly fought Mark, believing him to be Earth's protector. Though outmatched, he proved his resilience, and later became a close ally of Invincible, playing a crucial role in the war against the Viltrumites. Alan possesses superhuman strength, allowing him to battle Viltrumites on equal footing. His enhanced durability lets him withstand devastating attacks, while his regenerative abilities allow him to recover from near-fatal wounds and grow even stronger. He can also fly at immense speeds, enabling intergalactic travel. Unlike most beings, Alan's strength increases with every injury, making him a near unstoppable force over time. Throughout his journey, Alan has faced several defining battles. His fight with Omni-Man introduced him as a powerful yet inexperienced warrior. Later, he engaged in a brutal battle against Thrag, the leader of the Viltrumites, proving his unmatched determination even in defeat. His most critical battles, however, were fought alongside Invincible, helping lead the charge against the Viltrumite Empire and solidifying his place as one of the universe's greatest warriors. Despite his immense power, Alan is not invincible. His regeneration takes time, leaving him vulnerable in prolonged battles. He also lacks the centuries of combat experience that make fighters like Thrag more dangerous. However, his unwavering determination and adaptability make him a formidable opponent. Once a secondary character, Alan evolved into a leader of the coalition of planets, shaping the fate of the cosmos. His journey from warrior to leader showcases his resilience, making him one of Invincible's most inspiring characters. Robot, also known as Rudolph Rudy Connors, is one of Invincible's most brilliant yet morally complex characters. Initially introduced as the leader of the teen team, he quickly established himself as a technological genius, manipulating robotics and artificial intelligence with unmatched skill. Though he began his journey as a hero, Rudy's story is one of evolution, as his ambition and intellect ultimately lead him down a darker path. Rudy was born with a disability that left him physically restricted. Using his unparalleled intellect, he created a robotic body for himself, allowing him to transcend his limitations. As Robot, he became a key member of the teen team, and later, the leader of the Guardians of the Globe. Early on, his motivations were noble, focused on protecting humanity and supporting his allies. However, his perspective began to shift as he sought ways to improve himself and the world around him. Robot's most significant abilities are his genius-level intellect and unparalleled mastery of robotics. He has the ability to control and create robots, including his own synthetic body, and can command entire armies of machines. His creations and technological prowess set him apart from other heroes, as his intelligence allows him to plan and strategize in ways few others can. His abilities, however, go beyond just mechanics. His vision and ambition to improve society often drive him to make controversial decisions. As time passed, Rudy's moral compass became more ambiguous. His decision to transfer his consciousness into a new, human-like body marked a turning point, as it reflected his desire for a more complete existence. This act, however, created friction with his fellow heroes, and his increasingly questionable methods sparked conflicts with both allies and enemies. Robot's evolution from a hero to a morally gray figure reflects the complexities of ambition and control. In the end, he remains a powerful, influential character, one whose genius and vision shape the future of the Invincible universe. The Immortal. The Immortal is one of the most fascinating and enduring characters in the Invincible universe, embodying the concept that death is not the end for him. A founding member of the Guardians of the Globe, the Immortal's abilities and experiences make him one of the most powerful and complex figures in the series. His remarkable power, however, comes with a heavy cost: the curse of immortality. The Immortal was initially portrayed as one of Earth's mightiest heroes. His strength and resilience were unmatched, rivaling that of the greatest heroes in the universe. His origins, however, are tinged with tragedy. The Immortal was brutally killed by Omni-Man, a betrayal that would have spelled the end for most. But the Immortal's true power lies in his ability to regenerate from death, allowing him to be resurrected time and time again. His immortality is more than a simple healing factor. His body regenerates fully, regardless of the wounds inflicted upon him. The Immortal's powers include superhuman strength, immortality, and flight, making him nearly indestructible. His experience and combat skills, honed over decades of battles, also make him an exceptionally capable fighter. Despite his immense power, however, the Immortal's psychological struggles take a toll. His repeated deaths and resurrections leave him questioning his purpose and the cost of his unending existence. One of the Immortal's most significant battles was with Omni-Man, which ended in his death, but his return to life, seeking vengeance on Omni-Man, demonstrated his resilience and unyielding sense of justice. Over time, the Immortal's role shifted from a vengeful warrior to a reluctant ally, illustrating the complexity of his character. Space Racer. Space Racer is one of the most unique and powerful characters in the Invincible universe. Known for his incredible speed and sharp aim, he's a cosmic warrior whose actions affect the entire galaxy. His story shows that speed isn't just about moving fast. It can change the future. Not much is known about his past, but it's clear he's connected to the bigger universe beyond Earth. What makes him special is the high-tech gear he uses. He rides a super fast space bike and carries a powerful rifle that can even hurt Viltrumite. His main strength is speed. His bike lets him travel across space in seconds. He does not have superpowers, but his tech makes him one of the fastest fighters out there. This makes him hard to catch and deadly when it counts. One of his key moments was when he faced Omni-Man. It wasn't a long fight, but it showed Space Racer's courage. Even though he wasn't strong enough to win, he didn't back down. It proved that speed can help, but sometimes it's not enough against raw power. Space Racer does have weaknesses. He depends a lot on his bike and weapons. If he loses them, he's in trouble, and moving that fast takes focus. One wrong move can be very dangerous. Over time, Space Racer went from a side character to someone more important. He helped show the bigger cosmic side of the Invincible universe. He proves that speed, used the right way, can make a big difference. Thrag. Thrag stands as one of the most formidable and terrifying beings in the Invincible universe, a ruthless warlord who seeks to dominate the galaxy with the might of the Viltrumite Empire. His unwavering ambition and immense power make him one of the deadliest adversaries that Invincible and his allies have ever faced. Thrag was introduced as the leader of the Viltrumite Empire, a race of superhuman warriors. He is a direct descendant of the Viltrumite bloodline, known for their brutal conquest of planets. His rise to power was not an easy one. Thrag had to overcome numerous rivals, including other Viltrumite generals, to claim the throne. His cruelty and strategic genius earned him the title of Emperor, making him a pivotal force in the Invincible saga. Thrag's powers are extraordinary. As a Viltrumite, he possesses superhuman strength, speed, durability, and longevity. His physical prowess allows him to fight on par with Invincible and even the mighty Omni-Man. Thrag is also an experienced combatant with centuries of battle tactics and strategies at his disposal. His intelligence, combined with his raw power, makes him a dangerous adversary, capable of outthinking and overpowering most opponents. Thrag's most notable battles include his brutal confrontations with Mark Grayson, Invincible, where he showcases his dominance over the younger hero. Despite Invincible's growth, Thrag's experience and sheer power put him in control. One of his most defining moments is his relentless pursuit of the Viltrumite plan to conquer Earth, which leads to several devastating clashes, including a memorable battle with Omni-Man. Thrag's confrontation with Battle Beast stands out as a defining moment in the Invincible series. Battle Beast, driven by an insatiable desire to find a worthy adversary, challenges Thrag to a duel. Their battle is intensely brutal, spanning several days and causing massive destruction. Ultimately, Thrag emerges victorious, fatally wounding Battle Beast. In his final moments, Battle Beast expresses gratitude to Thrag for granting him a glorious death in combat. In the broader Invincible universe, Thrag serves as the ultimate embodiment of tyranny and ambition, his actions shaping the course of galactic history and setting the stage for future generations of heroes. Mark Grayson. Mark Grayson, better known as Invincible, is the heart and soul of the Invincible universe. As the son of the Viltrumite hero, Omni-Man, Mark's journey from a young, idealistic teenager to one of the most powerful and complex heroes in the galaxy has captivated readers worldwide. His story is one of growth, sacrifice, and relentless determination. Mark's origins are deeply tied to his father, Omni-Man, who came to Earth under false pretenses, initially planning to conquer it as part of the Viltrumite Empire. When Mark's powers manifested, it became clear that he inherited his father's extraordinary strength and resilience. Despite learning the truth about his father's intentions, Mark chose to protect Earth and its people, embodying a sense of justice and heroism that would define his legacy. Invincible's powers include superhuman strength, speed, durability, and the ability to fly. As one of the most powerful beings on Earth, he can fight toe-to-toe with the toughest adversaries, including alien threats and even Viltrumite warriors. Over time, Mark's skills evolve, and he becomes increasingly adept in combat, learning to use his abilities more strategically while also grappling with the responsibilities that come with them. In one of Mark's most defining battles, he confronts Omni-Man after discovering his father's betrayal. The fight is emotionally and physically devastating. Omni-Man nearly kills Mark, but ultimately leaves Earth in anguish, unable to murder his own son. This moment not only tests Mark's resolve, but also sets the tone for the moral decisions he will face throughout the series. In the Viltrumite War, Mark goes up against Thrag, the ruthless Viltrumite leader. Thrag's strength and experience far outweigh Mark's, and their battles stretch Mark to his limits. These clashes show Mark's growth as a warrior who, while outmatched, refuses to give up. His persistence against overwhelming odds becomes a key part of his identity. Earlier in his journey, Mark has repeated run-ins with the Mauler twins. These intelligent but violent clones challenge Mark both physically and ethically, especially during their involvement in Angstrom Lavi's failed experiment. The Maulers, while not the strongest enemies, force Mark to confront moral gray areas early in his career, an important step in his development. Omni-Man. Omni-Man, or Nolan Grayson, is one of the most powerful and feared beings in the Invincible universe. Originally Earth's greatest protector, he is later revealed to be an agent of the Viltrumite Empire, sent to prepare the planet for conquest. His journey from hero to villain, and beyond, is one of the most compelling arcs in the series. A pure-blooded Viltrumite, Nolan was assigned to Earth to weaken its defenses before the Viltrumite Empire's arrival. Posing as a hero, he built a life, had a family, and became a symbol of strength. However, his true nature emerged as his mission clashed with his growing attachment to humanity. Omni-Man's powers are immense. His superhuman strength, flight, and near invulnerability make him one of the deadliest warriors in the universe. With superhuman speed and reflexes, he can defeat armies, destroy entire civilizations, and go toe-to-toe with the strongest beings. His combat skills, honed over centuries, make him nearly unbeatable. Throughout his existence, Omni-Man has faced formidable foes. His battles against the Viltrumites, including high-ranking members like Thrag, tested his strength and resolve. Despite being raised in a society of conquerors, Nolan's experiences on Earth led him to question Viltrumite supremacy, ultimately turning him against his own kind. Despite his power, he is not without weaknesses. While physically unmatched, his emotional conflict and attachments create vulnerabilities. His defiance of the Viltrumite way put a target on his back, forcing him into battles where even his might was tested. Omni-Man's evolution from conqueror to rebel changed the fate of the Viltrumite Empire. His decisions shaped the destiny of Earth and the cosmos, making him one of the most influential figures in Invincible. Battle Beast. Battle Beast is one of the most feared and relentless fighters in the Invincible universe. A warrior driven by an unquenchable thirst for combat, he lives only for the thrill of battle, seeking opponents worthy of his immense strength. His brutal nature and unmatched combat ability make him one of the deadliest beings in the galaxy. Once a noble protector of his homeworld, Battle Beast grew disillusioned by peace. Without war to test his might, he abandoned his people and set out across the universe in search of true warriors. His path led him to many battlefields, where he carved out a reputation as an unstoppable force. Battle Beast possesses superhuman strength, endurance, and durability, making him a nearly invincible combatant. His combat instincts are unparalleled, allowing him to anticipate and counter enemy moves with deadly precision. His healing factor enables him to recover from wounds that would kill most beings, and his sheer battle experience makes him a nearly unbeatable fighter. Throughout his existence, Battle Beast has faced some of the strongest warriors in the universe. His encounter with Invincible and Omni-Man demonstrated his overwhelming power, as he effortlessly overpowered them. However, his true test came against Thrag, the Viltrumite overlord, in a battle that pushed both warriors to their limits. Despite his incredible strength, Battle Beast is not without weaknesses. His obsession with combat blinds him to strategy and survival, often making him reckless. He willingly engages in fights that lead to his own destruction, prioritizing honor and a glorious death over victory. Over time, his character remained largely unchanged, an eternal warrior bound by his need for battle. However, his final fight cemented his legacy, proving that even in death, Battle Beast was one of the most formidable warriors in the universe. Comment, yes for more. Take care.